off. Stuff off. It's gonna be another video. We can make it off. Yes.
So what's going on?
Well, I got on when I fly all the time.
Okay.
And when the plane is already seated and everybody's seated, they normally don't have an issue with where you sit.
Okay.
So I seen that I had to use the bathroom, and I'm the last person on the plane, so I sat in an open seat. And the people who they said those seats were for, they walked straight to the back. You know, we scan our tickets, we go to our seats.
Yep.
Go straight to the back. If they would have been like, you know, hey, this is my seat, of course, why wouldn't I get up? They didn't say that. So we're sitting on the plane. I even got ginger ale. I guess, I don't know if somebody said something or I don't know, profiled me, like I couldn't be in first class, but they usually don't do all that. They do the plane count, and you know, and if everybody's accounted for, it's not a big deal. So the lady says that the people were for an upgrade. Yep. And I was like, an upgrade? Well, they should have known that when they scanned their ticket, right? And would have went to the seat, not have got up.
Okay, so let me let you know about the situation. We don't move after the flight. You have to sit in your assigned seat. That's a safety concern for weight and balance purposes. So the fact
weight and balance purposes. Yep. How do you know how much I weigh? I don't put that in.
Every passenger has a standard weight.
All right, guys. So we got to react to this viral video that I stumbled across that once again shows us that there are just certain people in our society that believe that they have special rights and privileges, okay? They're telling us that they're fighting for equal rights, okay? The reason why they're fighting for equal rights is because they still experience racism, right? Racism and bigotry, okay, towards them, okay? However, every single time you look at the accusations of racism and bigotry towards these individuals, so it seems that the accusations of racism and bigotry are actually just the individual wanting special rights and privileges, right? There is no racism and bigotry going on here. This individual is just entitled, right? They feel like because they have some type of minority status, they have victimhood status, therefore they should be able to just do whatever they want to do. And in this case, that includes being able to take a first class seat that you were not assigned to, right? You didn't pay for it. However, because it's empty, right? Some people believe it's okay to just go and sit in a first class seat. And this woman, okay, that believes that in this video happens to be black, and she's gonna boohoo, whine, and cry bigotry because the airline basically took her out of her seat because her seat was actually assigned to people who happen to be white, and she's gonna have an issue about it, and she's going to make a whole big fuss with this manager for American Airlines. And I want to talk about it because I've actually had a little bit of experience when it comes to these random upgrades that happen with these airlines, right? And again, it just appears that some people believe they have special rights and privileges, and then they want to boohoo, whine, and cry when they find out that they don't. So I want to talk about it, but before I get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, BioTrust. Have you ever wondered why our skin might look leathery as we age? That's because our bodies slowly stop producing the most important nutrient for our skin health, collagen. The result is our skin begins to get a tougher, thicker, and more worn appearance. This can be as noticeable as 10% per decade because that is the rate at which our body stops producing collagen. That is why tens of thousands are turning to this amazing new substance to replenish this diminishing but vital protein. And that is why I love this ageless multi-collagen by BioTrust. It uses the top 5 critically important types of collagen to support skin elasticity, hydration, and bring back that youthful glow. The best part is that it tastes better and is more effective than alternatives such as bone broth. Plus, it is easy to blend into your favorite drink of choice. Most importantly, you can save 53% for this month only. Plus, for a limited time, you'll receive free gifts such as free shipping, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, free VIP live fitness and health coaching for life, and a free ebook titled the 14 foods for amazing skin, all at no extra cost to you. Go to healthwithpatriot.com. That's healthwithpatriot.com, or click the link in the description down below before this once in a lifetime deal sells out.
You were not assigned that seat.
They weren't assigned that seat
Yes, they
either.
were. And the way that the upgrade list works,
So they
if they're
come
in
all the way
back,
up there,
they change their seat to
and
indicate that
the
they're
person
front.
comes and like,
Yes.
hey, you get to go to
Correct.
the front seat.
And then they change
I've
it in the
never
computer.
heard that
Well, that's our
before.
policy. Yes, that's why we have
I've never
upgrade
heard
lists,
that
and that's why
before.
all passengers have their
It still
assigned
was
seat.
the availability to buy it when you checked in, so there was nobody there. And how do you pick
So
and
that's how we
choose?
have upgrade lists. So
Yeah, so here's the issue, right? This woman doesn't understand the concept of an upgrade list, right? Now, this happened to me once randomly when I was flying, but it didn't happen like this, okay? What happened was that when I was checking in, or when I was scanning my ticket to actually get on the plane, they tell you that, oh, you've been upgraded to first class, and mine was random, okay? And I'm assuming they do that, I guess, after, they figure out, how many seats are going to be available or whatever. Now, I happen to be getting on the plane last, okay? And it just so happens that they upgraded my ticket, right? So they upgraded my ticket to first class. So when I got on the plane, I immediately sat in first class. Now, I don't know how that works in other situations, right? So I'm not sure whether or not in other situations, again, I got on the plane last, maybe they'll tell the person, hey, you got upgraded to first class, but you need to sit in your assigned seat until the plane is full. And once, everybody's, sat or whatever, then you can be moved up to first class or whatever. Then they'll come get you. Again, I'm not sure how it works, but what I do know is that happens, right? It does happen if they have an empty first class seat. Sometimes they will upgrade people randomly in order to allow them to sit in that seat. And I'm assuming they do that to maybe entice people to buy first class seats. I'm not sure exactly how it works or why they do it, but this is what they do. This lady apparently has never heard of this concept before, right? She's never heard of this concept, but she thought that it would be okay for her to just randomly sit in a first class seat, okay, after getting on the plane.
passengers that have status, other airlines that fly with us, yes.
What status mean?
Status, if you fly X amount of dollars a year on our airline, you have different privileges. You're
AKA big spenders, right? Big spenders have status and priority over people who don't fly as frequently, right? People who fly frequently, big spenders, yeah, you're gonna get some priority, right? That's what that means.
priority member.
I think I am. I took 25 flights this year. That's what you get for profiling me again. I look like I don't take 25 flights.
No, I
probably
never-
took
I
more
never
flights
said that.
than them.
Wow. Again, so now she's pulling out the race card here. She's trying to say, well, you're profiling me. You're assuming that I don't fly a lot of flights. And it's like, well, the point is that you were not selected, right? You were not selected to be upgraded to first class. The seat did not belong to you. Even if the seat was empty and they didn't upgrade anybody, you still don't have the right to just take the seat, okay? You don't have the right to take the seat. That is a first class, that is a paid seat. Now, again, sometimes I will say this. When you are in the main cabin, okay, when you're in, economy or whatever, after the plane takes off and there's an empty seat, you can just kind of sit whatever. They really don't care that much. But I'm pretty sure when it comes to first class seats, because the price of those seats are significantly higher, they do care, right? If random people just decide to sit in the seat, okay?
Listen, we have to go off of our upgrade
then it
list,
was
okay?
the customer service that I was getting. Everybody's getting smart with me. I feel like I got kicked to the back of the bus. I kind of feel like you kind of a little uptight with me a little bit about it. See, you just made me get off the flight and we're holding up a plane.
So
for what?
So you're the one that caused a disruption on the aircraft.
I caused a disruption?
Yes. you
When?
did. That's why we're standing here talking. That plane was ready to
When did I
depart.
cause a disruption?
By sitting in a first class seat that you did not pay for, that did not belong to you. That is a disruption. Again, these people are living in another world. They're living in another reality, and I honestly don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get how somebody can not understand the fact that, hey, I'm sitting in a seat that I didn't pay for, okay? And therefore, I need to get up and give the seat to the person that the seat belongs to. But again, this is what happens when you are entitled, okay? And when you're also woke at the same time, you feel that, oh, I'm black. I'm a woman. Therefore, I should just better do whatever I want. And anybody that says anything to me has been a racist.
When they picked me up and told me to move to another seat, and I spoke to a lady all the way in the back.
So the flight attendants requested that we reopen the door for the captain so we can have this discussion.
Oh,
okay?
so the flight attendants had a problem. It wasn't me.
If you were misbehaving or not following the flight if you are not following the flight attendants' instructions,
I sat in my seat. What else can you follow?
If you are not following their instructions,
you just got
then
me
they
out
have
of my seat, sir.
Yes, I
So
understand.
how could I not been following instructions when you just pulled me out of my seat?
You're following my instructions.
No, I'm saying I was already sitting in my seat before you even came up to me. So why did you tell me to get?
Don't you guys just love how she keeps saying my seat, right? It wasn't your seat. That's the whole point. That's why you got pulled up, right? Because it wasn't your seat.
Out of my seat when you're saying I'm not following instructions. Are there cameras on there? I'm pretty sure there's cameras on there. Now I feel some type of way.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
We have two options at this point. We can go up there and continue this conversation, or you can resume your seat. I believe it's 14A. You can
You just
sit
pulled
down.
me out of my seat. I feel uncomfortable now. I want to
Okay, then-
escalate this situation.
Okay, then
and they
let's-
have my bag.
Okay,
too.
we'll get your bag retrieved.
Yeah, I want
and
my
then-
bag now, please.
Okay, and then what we'll
I'll
do
give
is
you my thing so you can have it. It's a Sky Curb. Yeah, it's a black duffel bag.
we're gonna pull the bag.
Because I'm getting kicked off the plane.
No, you're not.
I am getting kicked off the plane.
You just said that you wanted to go up there and
I didn't
discuss
say
this.
I wanted to go anywhere. I just said I feel uncomfortable, and you decided to say I was going up there.
So if you're
This is
uncomfortable
crazy.
to fly on this aircraft,
You make
I'm
me
not.
feel uncomfortable. Your staff makes me feel uncomfortable. You're saying I wasn't following rules when I was clearly sitting in my seat when you came over there and got me. And I videotaped the whole thing.
So here's what we can do.
The entitlement is crazy. I'm uncomfortable. You're making me uncomfortable because you're calling me out on my BS. Right? This is what they do. This is what they do. Cry racism. I'm uncomfortable because you're simply being told that you have to follow the rules like everybody else, right? You're not a special snowflake. But again, this is what some people believe. They believe they're special snowflakes. They don't have to follow the rules.
All right. I'm upset. I'm upset. I want to talk to somebody. I feel uncomfortable. I want to make sure that that's the right policy because now I'm over it. I got a booking to go to. I'm here for business. I'm not just flying around. Now it's
Business. I'm in for business. Right. Right. You fly so much that you didn't even understand the policy. That yes, there are people that get upgraded randomly. I mean, again, I don't feel like I fly that much, but I float enough to know that this is what happens, right? This happens all the time. This is not abnormal. This isn't racism. This is not any type of discrimination. He's not doing this because you're black. This is not profiling. This is simply them following their own rules.
about to be a bigger issue because I'm not about to go to my booking because American Airlines got me out of my seat to tell me I wasn't following the rules. What rules wasn't I following? Because I was asking questions about why they picked me out of my seat and put two white people in my seat. And now I'm getting put off my plane? Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you go
I'm
back
already
to your
upset.
seat?
So again, what happened was that they removed her from the first class seat, right? Told her, you got to go sit in your regular seat. She clearly was embarrassed, right? She's embarrassed by the fact that she was sent back to her regular seat after being caught trying to basically steal a first class seat. And that's what made her uncomfortable. That's why she really wanted to force this conversation, because this guy didn't want to do it. She requested this, right? She requested to have the conversation because she does not want to go through the embarrassment of being outed as a thief, right? Because that's what that is. You tried to steal a first class seat. You got caught. You got sent back to your regular seat, and now you're embarrassed. So now you don't want to get back on the plane because everybody on the plane can see that, okay, you're a troublemaker, right? You're an agent of chaos. You out here trying to steal first class seats from people. Again, it's amazing. These people are hilarious.
And you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
You are yelling at me.
Yes, you want to play victim, right? I'm the victim, right? It's racism. I'm the victim because, again, I got caught trying to steal.
Can you
I want to speak to somebody higher than you. There's nobody higher than
Correct.
you? Okay.
So we'll go back to the two.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go back to the two options.
I just asked you. And you said
You're not
you
letting me
just
finish,
guided me
okay?
back to the door.
No, we're still in the same spot.
You just got me out of my seat. Embarrassed me in front of the whole plane. I am good, sir. I don't want to go back on the plane. You just got me out of my seat. It wasn't an option for me to get out of my seat. I was forced to get out of my seat to talk to you about something that I don't feel was right. But I sat in my seat anyway. We're about to take off. It's a whole, I don't know how long we were supposed to take off and get on this plane. And we're still talking about, because I had a question for a flight attendant and they didn't want to answer my question, so they called the manager to call me off the plane. Like, are you serious right now?
So we can do two things, okay?
You're not trying to, your customer service, I'm not trying to speak wrong, but it sucks right now. You see me sitting here crying and you keep trying to be, there's two things we can do right now. I'm not getting back on that plane after you just embarrassed me.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Yeah, so you kicked yourself off the plane, right? They didn't kick you off the plane. You kicked yourself off the plane because it's about the fact that you got embarrassed because you got caught trying to steal a first class seat. It's really that simple, bro. It really is. These people are crazy. They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Not surprised, right? Not surprised. Again, these are individuals who've been told they're special. They never faced any type of real, punishment or accountability for their actions. So this is what you get, right? This type of crazy entitlement. And apparently the embarrassment of getting caught is, I guess, a lot worse than her catching her business meeting, right? Her alleged business meeting that's supposed to be so important that she could have just got back on the plane and went to and just took the L, right? Did the walk of shame. Again, it's hilarious. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.